How often are you seeing posts like these? Or maybe even posts like these?
Elon Musk says AI and robots will replace all jobs.
Someone at a computer doing something, AI is going to take over those jobs like lightning.
A lot? Not enough? It doesn't matter. The point is, everyone is talking about how quickly AI is moving, and yet no one is telling you how you yourself can capitalize on it. Today, I'm going to show you how to build a 3D scroll-driven website, just like this one, using AI, no coding. I'm walking you through every single step and giving you every single tool that you need to do it. And the most important part of this video, the part that you clicked for, what actually comes after the build. I'm going to show you how to get clients for this. Because building something impressive, building something cool is one thing, but being able to make an income from it is another thing entirely. So let's get straight into it. So let me quickly explain what a 3D scroll-driven website actually is. It's good that we get into the fundamentals and you understand the concepts behind it. You need to think of a scroll-driven website as a website that ties a user's scroll position to a specific part in a video. As you scroll down, the video plays forward. As you scroll back up, the video plays backwards. So the user isn't just browsing a page, they're literally moving through space on the website. It's an interactive experience and not just some static brochure. Now, the example that I'm using today for this 3D scroll-driven website is actually for a luxury property listing. And I also want to preface this technique can be used for any type of service. I mean, it doesn't have to be real estate. It could literally be architecture. It could be product launches, event spaces, hospitality, whatever you can think of. The world is your oyster. Anywhere where you want someone to sort of move in space and have that in real life experience of being on their website. I chose real estate in this example because, well, it makes the value immediately obvious. I stay in Cape Town, and if you don't know, real estate in Cape Town is quite a big thing. When you see a site that lets you scroll through 115 million rand listed property, lets you literally walk through the spaces in the house, it's going to be a valuable asset to whatever agent is listing that specific property. I don't have to explain why it's better than 6 photos posted on Property 24. So that's what we're going to build. Let's get into the tools that we're going to use now. I'm going to use 3 tools for the build itself. We're going to use Kling AI. It's the one that's actually going to generate these videos for us. We're going to use Visual Studio Code. That's basically our environment where we're working. It's our workspace. And then Claude. This is what's actually going to build our website for us. And I'll say this now, don't get frightened hearing the word code. We're not writing any single line of code. This is completely code-free, a code-free tutorial. You're going to describe what you want to Claude Code in plain English. You just describe what you want and you get an output on the other end. So to use Claude Code, you're going to need a Pro or Max subscription, or you could use an API key. In this video, we're going to use a Pro subscription, but if you don't want to commit yet and you want to sort of go on the cheaper route, you could just pay $5 for an API key. I've left a video that's going to walk you through how to set it up if you're going down the API key route. Just the link in the description, you can check that out. So now let's get to generating our actual assets to actually make this 3D website. So before we start working with Claude Code, we need 2 things. We need the images for our specific cinematic video, and then, well, the cinematic fly-through video as well, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to generate the images with Nano Banana Pro. That's the Google model for generating images. And then for the video, we're going to use Kling 3.0. And then obviously here we've got our generating the image. And what we're going to do is just provided the prompt here. I've left this as a free resource, link in the description. So you could be in Google AI Studio for this to use Nano Banana 2, or you could be in the Gemini app. Either way, it doesn't matter, same model. Yeah, this is the prompt. You just type that in, you get an image on the other end like that, right? Cool. And then for our video, this is the prompt that we use. Quite simpler. a smooth, seamless cinematic camera push forward for the following image. And yeah, I'm just going to put the video up so you guys can see how that came out. So now that we're coming to VS Code, you're going to need to create a folder that's going to hold all the files that we're going to use, because that's how VS Code works. You need to work within a folder, and you create that and obviously open it in VS Code and start working. So you simply go to your file explorer, create a new folder. You could call it anything. In this case, I called mine 3D website. After you make that folder, we're going to open VS Code. So now that we have VS Code open, we're going to direct ourselves to this file tab here and then go on open folder. This way you're going to open the initial folder that you made. Mine is called 3D website build. Open that, select folder, and yeah, it's open. So you got that pro subscription, you got that max subscription. Now it's actually time to install Claude Code onto VS Code. So you're going to press Control-Shift-X. That's going to go on to the extensions. You're going to search for Claude Code. Going to open that. It's going to look like this here. Claude Code. As you can see, you're going to press, for you, it's going to say install. Mine, obviously, it's already on my laptop. You press that, install it, and Claude Code is going to be on your sidebar as it is on mine here. So now that that's out of the way, we can go straight into building. So we're just gonna add new folders, just organize our folders properly. Yes, just do exactly as I do. Click on the new folder button. You type in .claude side stroke skills. Write that as well. You put side stroke front end design. Cool. And do the same. You need to make a video to website skill as well, so make a folder for that. So guys, we're just organizing this in a proper way right now. Okay, and after we've done that, we now need to paste the skills that we built, right? So we're going to paste the skills, the ones that I've given you for free actually. So pasting those, the video to website skill, pasted it in the video to website folder. And then for the front end skill, yeah, we're just gonna paste that as well. Yeah, so it's as you see right here, pretty straightforward, guys. Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. So before we go forward, before we start prompting, I probably need to explain what a skill file actually is. So a skill file, you can think of it as an instruction folder to an agent. It's going to tell Claude Code what quality standard to actually hit while we're building this. If you like glassmorphic type of animations, if you like, sleek style, minimalistic stuff, all that is going to be kept in a skill.md file. And so you don't have to worry about creating that because I made it for you. So you're going to get what I made for you and just upload it on to VS Code here. Without skill.md files, you're going to get something extremely generic on the other end. And so in this case, skill.md files are extremely important and reduce the weight of how good your prompt has to be to Claude Code. And so, yeah, that's what a skill file is. So I actually show you guys one of the skills here. This is a video to website skill. The description: turn a video into a premium score-driven animated website, canvas frame rendering, and layered animation choreography. Just going to depth is plain English, just describing what it actually does. And so these are all instructions that Claude Code is going to use while doing this. And now better understands the job of what has to be done without you putting it in a prompt every single time, weighing yourself out, writing a long prompt. And so Claude Code is actually going to read these files automatically. You don't have to tell it anything. It reads them automatically. All you have to do is just upload them onto VS Code for it to actually access them. Now let's actually build this, right? I know when you first open it, it's going to probably look more technical, but quite honestly, it isn't. You're talking to it in plain English. You're going to just tell it what you want it to build, and it's going to build it, literally. How you're going to do this, because you don't have the video uploaded onto VS Code, you're just going to drag the video that you downloaded from Kling 3.0 and just paste it literally here. So you're just going to drag it, drop it. In my case, mine was MP4. You drag and drop it there, and yeah, it's in your folder, right? And you do the same for the skill.md files, and make sure to arrange them in a very specific way. Doing them in this way is probably best, but either way, as long as you have your skill.md files, should be pretty simple for you to do, right? So this is the problem that I used, right? I said I just dropped a video called MP. I've also attached certain skills you can use to build me a nicely designed website. I'm gonna create a landing page. It should be modern, it should feel very professional, should have smooth animations and design throughout all of the text. Throughout, and it should be easy to read as well. And the like, all of that, everything else. I sent that, and obviously it started building, right? As you can see, he had read the video to website skill. He did that, blah, blah, blah. Did a lot of work there. It downloaded the FFmpeg sort of like framer. So what that does is basically just makes multiple frames of your video to sort of like map onto different parts of the scroll. So it's a bit technical, but you don't necessarily have to know it. It does it for you, like you see here, right? It did all these edits and finally came up with the website. But I wasn't happy with the build. I mean, it took about 2-3 minutes doing this. And when it finally came with it, it was good, obviously, yes, but I just needed to tweak a few stuff. And so, yeah, I just, screenshotted a few stuff and said, please make the video fill the entire page because it hadn't done that. And fixed it. And obviously, on the other end, we got everything sorted out. I think I prompted it one more time just to tweak it further. So overall, this took me around 20 minutes to do. I said, in terms of the words on the screen, there's a lot going on. The words going across, saying something like CBORD private listing, there was a lot of stuff like that. And also just made sure to make the text more readable. And asked it to make the scrolling a bit smoother. That's it. And that's what we had, right? And so now let me show you the website that it built at localhost. So I'm gonna just tap the localhost because it was available at localhost, which is basically it running something on our laptop. It's just running locally, basically. We haven't published it yet. So you open that, and then obviously you see your website. So this is our website. You can see it's loading. We clicked on the localhost link sent to us. And I mean, for 20 minutes of work, this is not bad at all, honestly. Oh, wow, this is really good, actually. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you see as you scroll, moving deeper and deeper into the house, there's text as well that's popping up on the other end. Really nice, really nice. And this is literally 20 minutes of work, literally. And obviously, if you want to make stuff that is more complex, more well thought through, you can do it, honestly. I made this video for you guys, honestly. I'm just doing this to show you what's possible and what you can do when you do this. I mean, now you have the blueprint of how to actually create these 3D websites. It's now just up to you how far you're going to go in terms of like making it as aesthetic as possible. But I mean, for 20 minutes of work, this is not bad at all, honestly. I'm not complaining. I mean, we've got here, scroll there, the doors are closing. So that's the full build. That's the website. We did it in less than 30 minutes. Now we need to talk about the part that actually matters, which is how you're going to get clients. So obviously, now that you've seen this, you have a skill. You know how to make these 3D scroll animation websites for not necessarily real estate, but anything that you can think of, product launch, anything, clothes, whatever it is, you name it, right? You can do this now. But the question is now, how do you turn that into actual work, a scalable service? And so this is what most people are actually going wrong. They build something cool, they post it, get nothing, or maybe get a few, ooh, really nice, well done there. And then they just wait and thinking that clients are just going to come flocking at them, which they do sometimes, but well, that's just not going to happen if you're a beginner in this, right? So this is what we're going to do. Before you reach out to anyone, before you start posting this, you need to think about your offer, not the service, but the offer itself. There's a framework that I learned from someone that I watch. It's called the value equation. And I always think about it whenever I'm coming up with an offer for something that I'm offering to clients. Whenever I'm doing outreach and coming up with tailored or personal messages to people that I'm doing outreach to. So the value equation says that the value of any offer is given by 4 different variables. So it's given by the dream outcome multiplied by the perceived likelihood of that outcome happening, divided by how long they have to wait, times the effort that they have to put in for it to work. So obviously from this equation, you can see that the more the numerator or the dream outcome and the likelihood of success are high, it's going to actually increase our value, the value of our offer. And if we decrease the effort on their end and the risk on their end, we're going to increase again the entire magnitude of the value in our offer. I want you to think of this in the lens of what we just built. The dream outcome for a luxury agent in this case is basically selling their property as quickly as possible, and obviously having a sort of premium look to whatever they're selling. That's what they actually want. That's what they're actually looking for, because it's human psychology for people to first buy with emotion, then justify with logic later. So we're not selling them a website, we're solving that specific problem for them. How are you going to raise their confidence that you're actually going to deliver on what you're saying you're giving, right? Well, I mean, you already did. You made the website. In fact, you did it in no time, actually. You did it in less than a day. And so you have the thing built, you have the website built, it's already done. Now it's just a matter of having a conversation with them, sitting them down and showing them what you built. And then for time delay, well, obviously relative to other website agencies, you're not going to take a week to do this. You're not going to take 2 weeks to do this. You could do this in a day or 2, depending on the scope of the work. So the time delay is extremely low there. And then obviously the effort on their end, you literally maybe have to show up on the property or something, or get those property listings on like Property 24. You get those pictures, and yeah, that's literally all you have to do. There's no work on their end. When you've thought through all 4 of these variables and you've tweaked it such that the dream outcome and likelihood of success, the numerator is as high as possible, and the denominator, the time delay and the effort and or risk, is as low as possible, i.e. the denominator is as low as possible, you're going to come up with an irresistible offer to give to the prospect. So after you come up with this offer, you're going to then need to do outreach with this offer in mind. And so now that's where we're going to come in and see how you're then going to find these people to do the outreach to. So I found some ways that work. So you could use Gemini Deep Research to literally find these leads for you. So I have a video that just walks through that. You can check the card that's should see that, how to do outreach for using Gemini Research. And you could use Lindy AI, which is an AI agent that allows you to do scraping of leads at scale. So it's actually a free trial, and you should be able to use and get enough value from that. The goal here is not to send a generic message. Once you have these leads from Lindy AI, from the deep research from Gemini, you're not trying to send generic messages. That's not what we want to do, right? We want to send personalized messages. So you need to make sure when you're prompting these AI models to actually find very personal, say that, it sounds wrong, but to find enough information about them, right? You need to find enough information about them such that they're like, oh, okay, this person actually did their research. Maybe they went out for dinner the other night and posted it on LinkedIn. You need to be able to see that and maybe mention it in your messages. Maybe you traveled to Hamburg or something like that. You need to be able to mention that in your messages, to personalize it as much as possible, so when they see it, they're like, oh, okay, this person actually knows about me. This is not some AI bot just doing mass outreach without thinking about what's going on. And so when you do that personalized outreach at scale, obviously it makes it easier for you to actually get a client from this. So that's the 4th thing. We Kling 3.0 for our visuals, we Claude Code for the build, and then a structured approach in terms of getting our clients for when we in fact do build our website. So the skill files that I used, again, are going to be free resources, link in the description. You can check that out and download all of them, as well as a setup video, sort of walkthrough video to help you set up the API key route for Claude Code. And if this was useful, I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and join the community. I mean, there is a lot to be done. There's a lot to be done in the AI space right now, and it hurts me that not enough people are talking about it, in Africa at least, about building this stuff and just seeing where we can go with this. I genuinely think what we have here is similar to the dot-com boom. And if we're not there to take a piece of the pie for yourself, if you are not there to take a piece of the pie for yourself, then you're going to look back in a few years and genuinely regret it, right? And so it's not gonna just try, right? Just try and keep working at this. There's always something positive that's gonna come out on the other end. And so with that said, I wish you guys all the best in your journeys. Wish you Godspeed. I'll see you guys in the next one.